What's going on, people? You woke up one morning in Asia, Africa, India, China, some other parts of the world. You got out of bed, you brushed your teeth, you probably had a meal, and then maybe afterwards took a shower, and then all of a sudden you had a bright idea. Why not come to Europe to go and study? You thought to yourself. And then maybe you did your research, you looked at some opportunities, you knew some people that were already in Europe, and then you came to the conclusion, or you considered, why not go and study at the University of Debrecen in Hungary? Well, if you are one of those people, then first of all, I'd like to apologize. And secondly, I'd like to tell you that hold on to that thought for just one moment, because if you clicked on this video, I'm going to convince you why you should or why you shouldn't come to this place by giving you the whole picture. And maybe afterwards, you might have a change of heart as to why you should or shouldn't come to this beautiful city. Okay. The first thing I would say is, Madam, Sir, lower your expectations, okay? Come back to earth. Okay? If you're someone who shares the same skin pigmentation as I do, then your idea of this place has probably been programmed by television or other social media content. Well, some parts of it is, realistic, and then the other parts of it is totally make-believe, fairy tale, Cinderella in it. But, since I'm a good guy, I'm a nice guy, I'm going to help you out with one or two things you should know if you decide to come to this wonderful city. Okay? All right. So, first things first, if you're someone who is coming in by the train, not the aeroplane, then the first place you should know is Nagyalomash. And that's where we're going right now, okay? Nagyalomash, I think, is the name of the Vasútállomást, which translates to train station in English, but then I think it has a broader meaning because you can get to any point within this city and also out of this city from this place. Now I'm headed there, I can see it right now, but I'd like to take you down the tunnel that leads to this magnificent place known as Nagyalomash. You can get a tram from this spot. Two trams run within the city. One that takes you towards Egyetem, and the other one that takes you towards Doberdo Utsa. Don't worry, these are names you would know. If at any point you decide to say, yes, I am going to come to this wonderful, magnificent city, okay? So don't worry about that. Let's go down the tunnel. This is the beautiful, beautiful tunnel that leads to Oh my god, this is wonderful. Smells like sweet piss, cigarettes and smuts. Tasty. I feel like having dinner in this place right now. Wonderful, isn't it? Yes, it is. So, this exit takes you to the bus station. Okay. Look at that wonderful piss on the floor. And then this one takes you to Alright. Let's ascend. What a wonderful place, right? So beautiful. Magnificent. There we are, folks. We're now at Nagyalomas. And these are the two trams, tram 1 and tram 2. You can see some of the buses. Most of the buses start from this point and take you to any other spot in the city. Alright? There's a beautiful garden. Don't worry, the garden is usually beautiful during the summertime. It's winter, my favorite season. It's so hot outside, I feel like taking my hoodie off because I am scorching, This is the wonderful, beautiful Nagyalomas, right? And if you are leaving the city, the building that you see right now is where you would like to get a ticket to go out of Debrecen. But, just a moment. If you are not living the city and would like to travel within this wonderful city of Debrecen, then you come to this place, this yellow place with the blue windows. And if you are already an active student, you can buy a monthly ticket that allows you to travel in any of the public transports, i.e. bus, i.e. tram, with just a one-time fee payment. However, if you're just coming and you would like to, just go to one or two spots within the city, then you can get your tickets at this place too. DKV. See? Wonderful, isn't it? Assuming you made your choice and decided to come via the train, I am now standing in front of Vasutalomas. Let me show you. And then, remember the building I told you about? Walk via the zebra. Don't worry, you won't get hit by a car. Walk as fast as you want to or as slow as you want to, it's your right. And then you get to this DKV spot. You get your ticket, and I will advise folks, please get a ticket, because if you do get caught without a ticket in one of these public transportations, you will definitely get fined. They don't care, trust me.
Oh, it is my first time. I only came today, so I did not know that where to buy it.
Nem. You will get fined, okay? So get your tickets from this place, like I told. Get your tickets from that spot, and at least have an idea of where you will be going to. Have an idea of what spot you'll be ending up at, and then make the right decision. Assuming nobody picks you up from this spot, okay? Assuming you have to travel by yourself to your final destination. Okay, these are the trams. Those are the bosses. So, one of the initial decisions you would have to make with relation to the choice of university is the course you would like to study. That has to play a major influence to your decision. Why? Well, most courses offered in this university are offered in several universities across the nation. But why choose this university ahead of another university in probably in another city? Well, I'll tell you. Some courses are better taught and have better resources in other universities. Meanwhile, the University of Debrecen offer the best experience for some other courses. I won't tell you the courses. That research is going to be up to you, sir. Up to you, madam. A popular example of that argument is on the School of Medicine, the medical school. Some people say that the University of Debrecen have or offer the best medical school experience. Meanwhile, other people say the University of Page offer the best medical experience. Well, I am not a medical student, so that one is for you to decide, okay? Make a choice and live with it. So, another thing to consider before making your ultimate decision is the city itself. That too is going to be based on the type of individual you are. I say that because some people say that this city is one of the driest cities. There's no life, nothing goes on, nothing happens. It is dead. It is so frustrating. But that can be said of any place, really. When you stay somewhere for a lengthy period of time, you get used to the things that are recurring. And you get bored. It's human. It's a human trait, right? And other people will say, oh my God, this is one of the best cities you can come to study in Hungary. It has a wide variety of things. It has a wide diverse and blah 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 blah. The nightlife is I don't really know, man. It has to be what you want. What you look for, you will find. Okay? If you're someone who's more reserved and conservative with how you do things, you find that if you do not want to be disturbed, you won't be disturbed. Okay? And also, if you're someone who's more outgoing, more extroverted, you're a socialite per se, you will find your people and you'll make things happen. Okay? One of my best things to do in this city is go to the movies. I stay not too far away from the cinema, so I just take a walk. But I have a gripe with these people, though. I have a big issue with them. If you're a cinema buff, moviegoer like me, you'll be so irritated with the way these people do things. Why? When the movies premiere around the world, okay? The premiere also the same time in Hungary, which is good. It's a cool thing, yes? But these people only play the Hungarian versions of these films, man. Hollywood films. They play the Hungarian versions and they don't play the English versions most of the times. Only on some occasions, every now and then, they'll play an English version of a film where they use the Hungarian subtitles and they play the original film. But what I would like to suggest and recommend to these guys is play both at the same time. You have a vast population of English speakers in this place. Even the Hungarians, they speak English. You ask them, but they do speak English, okay? You ask them if they speak English, they'll say no, but most of them do. They either speak that and or German, plus their Magyarul, of course. But then most of them can understand, especially the young people, okay? So, for the cinemas, please show the movies in English, okay? Show them in English. Nobody will die. People will still buy tickets. I will buy a ticket, okay? I will buy a ticket. show it in English. Please, that's my only gripe about that. But yeah, there are so many places that you can go to, so many activities you can do. If you're someone who wants to get engaged in all those activities, yeah, you can. If you're someone who's more reserved, like I said, you also have all the time in the world to do whatever you like. So I'll show you the cinema. I'm almost there. I think they're having construction and all that. Construction is always going on in this city, man. Crazy. I'll take you closer, okay? I'll take you closer. It's my neighborhood cinema, man. Yeah, crazy, right? Well, yeah. I think they're having a little bit of construction in this entire area, so it's not really their fault. Yep. I think it's open. Can I go in? Yes, I can. As you can see, Despicable Me. Oh my god, the smell of popcorn is mad fantastic. Love it. Yep. There we are. Azaraya. Heretic. You see, for example, Heretic was shown and they never showed it in English. They only showed it in Magiro. So I was not able to watch it because I want to watch Heretic in the English version, you know. So I have to wait for it to come out in Blu-ray or something so I can watch illegally. Another thing to consider before making your decision is your budget, okay? Debrecen is considered the second capital of Hungary. So, you know what they say about capital cities. Capital cities, of course, are the most expensive. But then, if you are termed or coined the second capital, then you might be almost as expensive as the capital. Yeah, and I don't know why. But then, the cost of living in Debrecen is kind of reasonable. To be fair, to be honest, it's kind of reasonable. But in all sincerity, you need the bag, man. You need some money. You need some money. You really need some money. Because it doesn't matter if you're on scholarship or you're fee paying. If you're on scholarship, for instance, your rent, if you're staying out of university accommodation, is probably going to cost you 2/3, maybe just above 2/3 of your scholarship. So every month you might just get to spend or enjoy 1/3 of your scholarship income, which is just quite crazy, man. These people are tweaking. Give them more money. Give us more money, man. What are you talking about? Well, yeah, if you're fee paying, yeah, you'll be able to handle, if you can handle the fees, then you'll be able to handle most, not all, but most of the day-to-day activities, but the rent is kind of reasonable as long as you are sharing the apartment, you're not staying by yourself. If you're staying by yourself, get ready to spend a lot. If you're sharing the apartment, it's not a big deal, it's manageable. It's manageable in most cases. And if you're lucky, you can get a location that is kind of reasonable compared to others within the city. But yeah, your budget has to be up to par in some instances, because there will be cases where you will go broke. It doesn't matter your situation. It doesn't matter if you are fee paying. Doesn't matter if you're school. You will end up in a slump when you need money. You will need money. So make sure you have that sorted, maybe with family back home. You have an agreement with somebody, with your parents. You have an agreement with someone somewhere to please help you, with your sustainability in this place. But other than that, it's going to be difficult for you to handle things without external support, and this is going to lead me into the other thing to consider: jobs. On the topic of jobs, man, there are jobs in the city, don't get me wrong, there are jobs, but then most of these jobs work with limited capacity. And trust me, by the time you get on that plane, most of those capacities are at a maximum. Trust me, you know. So most people who end up coming to this city, they have to travel a lot to Budapest. And traveling to Budapest is the worst, man. Trust me. For work, it's the worst. Especially if you have no one in Buda that will host you. You'll have to be traveling to and fro Buda every day if you want to work. And you can only do that for a limited period of time. You can probably only do that on the weekends. And then not all jobs offer, shifts during the weekends. They only offer shifts during the weekdays. And in the weekdays, you have to go to class. So it's a lot to handle, man. So if you are someone who really needs a job, if that's one of the criteria for you to make a choice, my advice is go to Budapest, man. Don't make the bad decision of coming to Debrecen and expecting a job to be handed out to you. It's not going to happen that easy. It's going to take some time. It's going to be difficult. You might be lucky. I mean, some people are lucky, but then the majority are not. Not everyone wins the lottery. So if that's your prerogative, getting a job, getting sustenance via work whilst studying, then the big advice is find a university in Budapest and do not come to the University of Debrecen. Because jobs are very difficult to come by. I'm making an emphasis on this point because this is a very, serious point that most people overlook. Most people do not pay attention to until they're here and they're like, shit. Yeah, it's fucked up, trust me. So yeah, that's another thing to consider, okay? Okay. And I think that's enough for today. I'm kind of tired. I'm hot. I need some air conditioning, so I have to go to the house, It's too hot outside. It's too hot. Too hot. The streets are hot, man. But yeah, we're in December, the time I'm recording this video, so there's a lot of activities going on. Maybe I'll just show you a little bit of what's happening, and we'll call it a day, and that'll be the end of this video. And I already have a YouTube channel, and I'll link it in my description, so I'd like for you to subscribe to that channel if you love my personality, you like the dude, and you just want to help to make me some money, because this is definitely a side hustle as it is. You want to help to make the boy monetized, get me rich, put some coins in my pocket, then consider subscribing to the other channel as well. And maybe, just maybe, I might make some other content on this channel depending on what you want to see, okay? Let me just show what's going on. I didn't understand that joke, but it was funny.
Kapsz tőlem egy ajándékot. Lacikám, fogd már meg a dobitőmet. Mivel jön a karácsony, lásd kivel van dolgod. 24 karátos aranytojásról kaparok neked 10, azaz 9 mg aranypó.
Yeah, the Christmas is Christmasing, people.
A zsebedbe betesszük a 7 mg-ot, ahogy megígértem. Tudjuk együtt számolni, ne jezdelj, hogy átverődjetek. El tudok számolni 6-ig? Jó, ha azt mondom, hogy rajta, akkor elkezdünk 5-ig számolni, és 4-et odadok neki belőle, jó? Rajta. 1, 2,
3.
4, jó?
Oh shit.
Zsebeckébe beteszem, karácsonyra Ügyes volt, a tapsolj be, kisasszony! Kérem szépen, van még nekünk egy műveletünk, de azt már nem kell látni, amikor itt vissza-applikálja a tojást, hogy tessék itt csak már fogni. Hát hölgyek és urak, milyen tisztelt hölgyek a publikum, nem maradt más hátra, mint társadalmi legnagyobb karácsonyi világszáma, egy ütemes, zengére pénzmérő kihívás. De előtte karácsonyra szeretnék társadalmi nevébe átadni a jó kívánságokat, mindenkinek nagyon szép ünnepet, boldog karácsony kívánok, vidám új esztendő, és akkor elárulok egy nagy titkot, elmondom, mi a hosszú életünk.